frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me.
Hey guys, it's your pontiff, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I am doing a paid wristwatch review. This here is paid review 21QA113, quick wristwatch check, Rolex Submariner, date 41 mil. This is the newbie. Okay, let's jump in. Dear Archie, long-time fan, could you please do a paid review of the collection of my friend Jonathon, also a long-time viewer? PayPal sent. I hope the extra tenner is enough to get you to wish the Fiker a happy birthday. This is for, what's his name? Could you please do it of my friend Jonathon? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jonathon. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, thanks and best, and keep up the good work. His collection, now let's have a talk about this. And the collection, I gotta be honest with you guys, I started on a good note. I want to be positive, but unfortunately the collection's got a lot of garbage in it. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how to put it, but might be a good idea if we just be honest and say it like it is, because what am I supposed to say? Hey man! So let's have a look. What do we got here? We've got a, okay, what do we got here? We have got a Citizen Chrono Master. Okay, Citizen Chronomaster. Then we have a Doxa Sub 1200T. Okay. Then we have got a Fortis B42 official cosmonaut day date with loom dial. Then we have an Omega Seamaster 300, okay, coaxial. This is an automatic. That's probably the most decent watch I've seen here so far. And then we've got a Seiko Marine Master Emperor Tuner. These are actually pretty amazing. 1,000 meter waterproof. These are actually pretty damn cool, I must say that. And finally, a Hamilton Khaki X-Copter. Okay, so, you know, I gotta be totally honest with you there. Totally honest with you there. How do I put it? There's a lot of garbage in this collection, a lot of garbage, and it's kind of, okay, so let's start. The Hamilton Copter. Ooh, Hamilton's kind of that really nasty brand. Nothing luxurious about it. See, I don't want to be a watch snob. I don't want to flex a subby, but the Hamilton does nothing. Now the Seiko, actually, the Marine Master Emperor Tuner, the Seiko, I gotta tell you, it's actually not as a Marine Master Emperor. This here is the Emperor. This is actually not a terrible. How do I put it? Look, it's a Seiko, okay? It's a Seiko, so it's never going to be really that great. These are expensive, you know that, don't you? You know that? Just having a quick look here. These are like nearly $3,000. Nearly 3,000 smackaroonies. Okay. It's got a lot going for it. It's got a lot sort of, yeah, these are kind of, yeah, 1,000 meter. I mean, that's pretty damn good. The Japanese Kraken. The Japanese Kraken. Yeah, it's, what do I say about this piece here? Yeah, look, I got a friend of mine who's really into Seikos. He loves this sort of stuff. For me, it does less than zero. It really does nothing, absolutely nothing for me. I just don't get turned on by these things, but it is a hefty big diver. The Omega Seamaster, that's probably the most decent, okay? The decent, very decent. The Fortis, well, Fortis is garbage. We know that. Fortis is garbage. The Doxa, I would like to say something nice about the Doxa. You know, the guy I used to do the YouTube live streams with, what's his name? Blue Shirt Buddha. He loves Doxa. I can't say I share the love. They're kind of, how do I put it? Economical. Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. The Citizen Chrono Master. See, I don't know which way to go on this. This actually looks pretty damn nice, but it's a Citizen. You know, that's actually a, the problem is, this is kind of their top end kind of pieces. These are pretty expensive. If you're going to go funky, quirky Japanese, wouldn't you go for a Grand Seiko? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Wouldn't you go for a Grand Seiko? If you're going to spend that sort of couple $1,000, I would kind of go for a Grand Seiko. So I kind of, what do I think of it? The Chronomeister, the Japanese, yeah, it's kind of, how do I put it without offending people? It's, look, it's actually, you look at the finish on it, just looking at this, you can see it's not just a normal Citizen. Citizen at one point was the largest producer of watches, quartz watches in the world. But you look at this watch, you can see it's not garbage. It's actually got a bit of quality. It's sort of got the snowflake dial, the polishing. Is it Shizitsu polishing? No, but it would probably be eccentric. Very, very well done there. So, what do I think of that? It's, yeah, that's kind of a cool piece. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. So, what do I think of this collection? Look, he's got some interesting stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, the Citizen Chronomaster, it's kind of a really high quality Japanesey watch. Omega Seamaster 300 is cool. And the Seiko Chrono Marine Meister Emperor Tuner is cool. So he's got a few things here. They're not really my cup of tea. I wouldn't be buying this sort of stuff. But with that said, the Fortis is definitely garbage. Fortis is garbage. The Doxa I can't stand, and the Hamilton is garbage. So we've got a few pieces here. He's gone into this hobby. Look, I got to be completely honest with you. Get a Rolex! Get a Rolex! Every watch collector, serious or otherwise, you need to get Rolex! You need to get a Rolex. They invented the genre steel sports. So, I gotta say, I understand, Jonathan, you're doing some different stuff. Yeah, it's kind of left to center, but it's not really my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. It's kind of the horological equivalent of the deep-fried Mars bar. Some people love it. Most people can't stand it. But either way, it will give you a heart attack. So that's kind of how this collection is. So interesting. Thank you indeed there. So I want to say happy birthday, Jonathan, and that's your friend Edward. Edward says happy birthday as well. Yeah, so that's a great present to give your friend, a ArchieLuxury moment of truth. He tells you what he thinks, and unfortunately it's not really, Archie wasn't that impressed by it, but there's a bit of substance. I wasn't fooled either. So, yeah, fair enough. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments below. And guys, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need paid reviews to survive. Without paid reviews, I would not survive. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Don't forget, guys, $50 US for a paid review. Look down in the description how to arrange a paid review. Also, guys, I also do Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay $1 a month. It's like subscribing to Netflix, only it helps independents like me survive. Okay, guys, see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.